Hey guys, it's Bluffmunkey again, and in this last video we're going to take another look at Mangle, the Granular plugin. We're going to create more of a tonal or musical pad or drone this time. What I've done is I've found a guitar strumming sample in the standard Ableton Live library, which sounds a bit like this. And that's what I'm going to use to start the sound off. So let's grab Mangle. Open it up, and I'm just going to drag this sample into the UI like I did last time. And then we don't need this channel anymore, so we can switch that off. So I think this time we're going to do things slightly differently. We're still going to follow the same principles as we did before. But what I'm not going to do this time is I'm not going to mess around with the pitch too much, because we want to keep this at the same pitch on each note, so we don't want it wavering in pitch, because we can use this melodically. So like last time, let's get our key mapping sorted out so that we've got the full range to play with if we want to. Let's drop this a bit, that's a little bit too high. That's better. Right, let's go back to the modulation. Now, I think we do want to modulate the rate just a little bit. Probably not too much though, so I'm just going to put a little bit of a random modulation source on there and just keep the amount of modulation very small. Just for a little bit of interest. We're going to leave pitch alone. The release time, I might put an LFO on that. Let's have a go with an LFO. But again, we don't want too much modulation on that, because we're going to try and keep this one melodic. What we will do is whack up the reverse parameter. Probably about 50-50, and then definitely some LFO on the panning. So let's bring that down, and we probably want about the same as we used before. And then on the grain attack and release, if we have it around about there, it makes it nice and smooth. And then on the voice release, we'll have a little bit of a tail off at the end. And then finally, the last thing I want to do is I want to assign a random modulation source to the position, the start position. So if you remember, this will make each note we press start anywhere along this point here. So we can bring this back. Let's double click on this again. In fact, that'll give us a start point anywhere along this entire line. So these little dots show you where the grains are starting. So I quite like that. That's quite moody. I quite like the way that sounds. It's textural. It's ambient. It's atmospheric. So that's what we're looking for. Okay, next thing to do, we'll add some effects to this. Actually, no. What I didn't use last time, I didn't use the filter. There is a filter built into Mangle. So if we just keep it on low pass, I can assign one of the LFOs to this filter. We won't give it too much modulation. But that does add some nice an extra layer of interest to this sound. Okay, let's go back to our original sound. Remind ourselves what this sounds like. And this is what we've got out of that so far. Just turn the volume up a little bit. Okay, let's add some effects now. I think because this is a guitar sound, it might be a good idea to try and use some chorus. So I'll use the same chorus as I used before, the towel chorus, because it does sound nice. Probably not too much, just a little bit. Let's have a listen to that. It would help if I put it on the right channel, wouldn't it? Hang on, let's just put it over here. Right, let's do that again. I think the dual chorus works best here, actually. Then we'll put some EQ on this one as well, because again, I just want to take out any of the bottom end that might sound a bit boomy. There's probably not a lot there, but... And then finally, I do like, there's one particular reverb preset that I like in the Ableton Reverb, which is this large space chorus one. So we'll throw that one in. Take out some bottom end, just in case we get any boominess down there. Put it in a high quality mode. Decay time's a little bit too long, so let's just feed this in. So up here, that reminds me of the kind of sounds that the Prodigy used to use, you know, what, 20 years ago? Yeah, probably 20 years ago. They used to use samplers a lot to create their pad sounds. So you could use it in old style rave tracks. You could use this in a drum and bass break. You could use it in ambient. You could use it in lots of different things. But it just illustrates again how useful these granular plugins can be for making textural pad sounds. There's not many other ways you can do something like this, really. So I would encourage you to go out and find a granular plugin. There is one that you can download for Ableton Live Suite. If you've got Max for Live, there's a good granular plugin there, but I haven't used it because I know not all of you will have Suite. But this one, the Mangle, is only about £20, I think. It's a little bit fiddly. You do have to invest some time into learning how it all works, but it's a very powerful plugin. You can create some great sounds with it. So have a look at this one if you can. So I hope you found this video useful, and thanks for watching.
Thanks everybody for watching, commenting, and indeed liking. We really do appreciate all the support we get here on our Sonic Academy YouTube channel. So if you found this video super useful, please, we'd love you to hit the subscribe button. We update the YouTube channel every week with new content. And if you want to watch some more relevant content, just click on the videos beside me.